Good morning, my dear students. In previous chapter, already you know there is the electric dipole moment. What is electric dipole? It is the system of the two opposite charges of equal magnitude separated by very small distance. That is to me electric dipole. Electric dipole, it possesses the dipole moment. The dipole moment P is equal to 2A into Q. That is vector. Therefore, vector V is equal to 2A into Q into what you take here, P cap. Now, in this chapter here, electric potential at a point due to the electric dipole. Dipole in the end electric potential. Point charge in the node point charge in the electric potential 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಡೈಪೋಲ್ ನಿಂದ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಡೈಪೋಲ್ ನಿಂದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೈಪೋಲ್ ಇಸ್ 0, ಬಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದಿ ಡೈಪೋಲ್ 0 ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಮಯ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್, minus Q plus Q are the two charges of the dipole. O is the center of the dipole. 2A is the distance between the two charges of the dipole. Is the center of the dipole. P is the point at a distance R from the center of the dipole. Then R1 is the distance of the point P from the plus Q1. R2 is the distance of the point P from the minus Q. This is the direction of the dipole moment. This is the direction of the dipole moment. Now, direction of the dipole moment and line joining angle between these two is said to be theta. Theta is the angle between the direction of the dipole moment or direction of the dipole and line joining the point P from the center of the dipole. Then finally, direct expression, there is no derivation. Electric potential at this point due to the electric dipole 1 upon 4 pi epsilon P cos theta upon R square. What is P? Dipole moment. What is theta? Angle between the direction of the dipole moment and line joining the point from the center of the dipole. It is also written like this: 1 upon 4 pi epsilon vector P dot R cap divided by R square. Now, you take the point at the different position. This is the minus Q. This is the minus Q, negative charge. This is the plus Q. This is the positive charge. Now this is the center of the dipole. Suppose the point is here. Point is here. Now the point is here. Point like this. Point is come to here. At that time theta 0. Point ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ theta ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ 0. ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is along the axis near to the positive charge. At that time theta is 0. P is positive. P becomes positive. ಅವಾಗ P ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ P 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P divided by R square ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಥೀಟಾ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 180 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಥೀಟಾ 180 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ -1 ಆಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಯ್ತು? ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ 1 ಆಯ್ತು. -1 ಆಯ್ತು. ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ -1 ಆದಾಗ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? -1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P divided by R square ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಥೀಟಾ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ? 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಥೀಟಾ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Once cos theta 0, electric potential is 0. Electric potential at any point on equatorial line or bisector is equal to 0. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತೀವಿ? ಬೈಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಈಕ್ವಟೋರಿಯಲ್. ನೀವು ಡೈಪೋಲ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರ ಈ ತರ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರ ಇದು ಈಕ್ವಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾ ಡೈಪೋಲ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈಕ್ವಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೈಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಥೀಟಾ 0 ಇದ್ದರೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. theta 180 degree point ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಆನ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಈಕ್ವಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ theta 90 degree, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಸ್ 0 ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ವಾಟ್? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಡೈಪೋಲ್. Now, electric potential due to system of the charges. There's so many charges you have to take here. 1, 2, 3, 4, so many, 2 or 3, 4, whatever it may be. It is a scalar quantity, electric potential. It is easy to calculate the net potential due to the 2 charge, 3 charge system of so many charges. Now, Q1, Q2, Q3, Qn, so on, Qn, so many charges. P is the point at distance R1 from the Q1. P is the point at distance R2 from the Q2. P is the point at distance R3 from the Q3. P is the point at distance Rn from the Q1, like this. Now what is V1? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 divided by R1. What is V2? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q divided by R2. What is Vn? So on Pn 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q divided by Rn. Then net potential at this point. What is the net potential? P is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 and so on Pn. Now P1 you substitute 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 by R1 plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q2 divided by R2 plus so on up to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 divided by Rn. Now 1 upon 4 pi epsilon is common in all the terms. Therefore V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 by R1 plus Q2 by R2 and so on Qn divided by Rn. Now 1 upon 4 pi epsilon summation over Qi divided by Ri is Qi divided by Ri. I is from 1 to n. It means I is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on n. It's very easy to calculate the electric potential, net electric potential by the group of charge 2, 3, 4 charge. Because the electric potential is scalar quantity. That is the reason. This is about electric potential at a point due to the electric dipole. There is no derivation. Derivation is not necessary. If you want to derive in the regular classes, then electric potential due to the system of the 3 charges. Thank you. Good morning, my dear students. In this video clip, there is the expression for the electric potential due to charged spherical shell. In the previous chapter, now you obtain the expression for the electric field at a point due to uniformly charged spherical shell by using Gauss theorem, or you said to be Gauss law. But in this chapter, what is the electric potential at a point due to the uniformly charged spherical shell? Now see here in the diagram. This is the charged spherical shell. It is charged with a charge, what you say, that is Q. R is the radius of the charged spherical shell, O is the center of the charged spherical shell. P is the point outside the shell. P is the point outside the shell at a distance R from the center of the charged spherical shell. What is the electric potential at this point? It's very important. Only expression. The electric potential at point P due to charged spherical shell 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by what you say R. Here distance R is greater than the radius of the charged spherical shell. If the point on the surface at that time R is equal to R. P on surface, point on surface of the shell, R is equal to R. Now V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. At that time Q divided by R. Equation number 2. Here R is equal to capital letter. R is equal to R. Why? Because point on the charged spherical shell. It's fine. Now it is uniform. It is uniform. Why it is uniform? Because you take any point on the charged spherical shell, the R is same. Capital letter R is same. Therefore, electric potential at any point on the charged spherical shell is equal, or is said to be uniform. If P inside the shell, if the point P inside the shell, then what happens? Now see, inside the shell, point L baruthe, illi baruthe point olagade. At that time, what you say, R is less than R. Now this is said to be distance. For example, 4 cm is the radius, but at, from this one, distance is about at 3 cm. 4 cm is radius, but at distance 3 cm means the point is inside the shell. At that time, P is equal to, what about the expression? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R only. Now see here, ಇದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. Electric point inside ಬಂದ್ರೆ electric potential at any point inside the charged shell is same as the electric potential at any point on the surface of the shell. ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಶೆಲ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಶೆಲ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರಿವಿಯಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ at a point inside the charged shell is equal to 0. But electric potential is not 0. Electric potential is uniform inside the charged spherical shell. This is one point very important, is remember it in your mind. The electric potential at any point inside the charged spherical shell is uniform, is equal to electric potential at any point on the surface of the charged spherical shell. Okay, this is the equation. Thank you. Good evening, my dear students. Now in the second chapter of the electrostatics, that is the electric potential and capacitance and capacitors. Now already you know about the electric potential, equation of the electric potential due to a point charge. Then you know about the electric potential at a point due to the, what you say, that is a charged spherical shell, and electric potential at a point due to the dipole, electric dipole. Now very important point, we come to that equipotential surface. Now what is the equipotential surface? Now see here, suppose you take the charge here. Now from the charge you take the so many points here, so many points. These points are equidistance from the charge. Then according to this expression, that is the V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R. Now this distance is same for all the points, for each and every point R is same. When each and every point the distance is same, definitely electric potential at any point is the same, or is said to be equal. Now in such points, the surface which passing through the number of points which having the equal potential, or is said to be same potential, this surface is called equipotential surface. The surface, or is said to be line, which passing through the number of points having the same potential or equal potential is called equipotential surface. Line tondra equipotential line, surface tondra equipotential surface. Suppose this charge is a point charge. Now this is the one equipotential surface, this is another equipotential surface, this is another equipotential surface. At each and every point in the first surface the potential is V1. This is the equipotential surface. Now another equipotential surface, that is having the potential is V2. Another equipotential surface, surface 3, that is the potential, what do you say, V3. At each and every point the potential is same. Once potential is same, suppose the 2 points VA and VB, now VA is equal to VB on this surface. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅದು ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇಕ್ವಿಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಇದ್ದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸರಿ, ಓಕೆ. ವಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಡಿ ವಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಪಿ ಎ ಮೈನಸ್ ವಿ ಬಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಜೀರೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಜೀರೋ. ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ at any 2 points on the equipotential surface is zero. Now the charge is moved from one point to the another point on equipotential surface. That dV is equal to what you say? dW divided by you say Q. Work done divided by charge potential difference. Now dW is equal to what you want to take is Q into dV. Once dV is equal to 0, now it becomes 0. Work done is 0. What you say? There is no work done in the moving charge when it is moved from one point to the another point on the equipotential surface. There is no work done. Work done 0 irutte. Work done agalla. Once the charge particle is moved from one point to the another point on the equipotential surface, the work done is 0. The work done, there is no work done in the moving charge from one point to the another point on equipotential surface. Suppose the charge is point charge, or you say to be charged spherical shell or a conductor, then equipotential surfaces are spherical. The charge is at the center of the spherical surface. Point charge idre, charged spherical conductor idre, charged spherical shell idre, equipotential surface irutte ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, spherical irutte, charge at the center of the spherical surface, or is said to be sphere. Now, how they related the electric field line to the equipotential surface? The electric field line is perpendicular to the tangent drawn to the equipotential surface. How they related? Electric field line and tangent drawn to the equipotential surface, they are perpendicular to each other. This is a very important point. How they are related? The electric field line and tangent drawn to the equipotential surface, they are perpendicular to each other. Now, if the electric field is uniform, ಇದು ಡೈವರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಡೈವರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಂದಂಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್. Suppose electric field lines are equispace and parallel. Now this is the representation of what? Uniform electric field. Uniform electric field. ಇದು ರೇರ್ ಕೇಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ತೋರ್ತು ನಾವು. Uniform electric field. Once there is a uniform electric field, the electric field lines are parallel. How the equipotential surface? The equipotential surfaces are parallel. Now these are said to be equipotential surfaces. Now this is one surface and another surface. These are the equipotential surfaces. ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ equipotential surface ಹಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪೆರಿಕಲ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಡೈವರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಹೀಗಿದೆ. Suppose the uniform electric field along the x-axis. Now equipotential surface is in the what you say YZ plane. It is in YZ plane. Yes, electric field along the x-axis. At that time, equipotential surface is in the YZ plane. Now you come to the point. The equipotential surfaces for the electric dipole. This is for electric dipole. The representation of the equipotential surfaces for the electric dipole. If the two like charges separated by distance, this is the representation of the equipotential surfaces. Now these are the few points about the equipotential surface. The best example for the equipotential surface is the surface of the charged spherical conductor or charged spherical shell. This surface ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಸ್ಪೆರಿಕಲ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಇದು equipotential surface ತರ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. It is a good example for the equipotential surfaces. Okay, thank you. This is few points about the equipotential surfaces. Thank you. Good evening, my dear students. Now, one of the very important relation between electric field and electric potential. Now you already know that electric field and electric potential. You ask in the examination for 5 marks, suppose the question is like this: define electric field and electric potential, obtain the relation between them. You ask like this. Suppose you ask in the examination 3 mark question, at that time obtain the relation between electric field and electric potential. Now here electric field is assumed to be uniform. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು electric field ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, uniform ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. Electric field is uniform. And the electric field is uniform. A and B are the equipotential surfaces. A and B are the two equipotential surfaces. Two equipotential surfaces, and distance between, perpendicular distance between these two equipotential surfaces is dr here. Now electric potential for A is P. Pa is equal to P. The electric potential of the B, surface B, is Pb is equal to P minus dV. Now difference between these two is dV here. It means Pa minus Pb, potential difference between the two surfaces A and B is Pa minus Pb, P minus of into bracket V minus dV, V minus V plus dV. Now cancel here, dV is the potential difference between these two is dV. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋದಂಗೆ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ one equipotential surface to another equipotential surface against the electric field. Electric field ಹೀಗಿದೆ, ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಚಾರ್ಜ್ the charge move from point P to O against electric field, against the electric field. At that time work is done in the moving charge. That work done is equal to factor F dot vector dr, displacement, force into displacement, F dr cos theta. But theta is 180 degree. Why? Because electric field is in this direction, charge is moving in opposite direction. Theta is 180 degree, cos theta is equal to minus 1. Then work done is equal to F into dr minus 1, dw is equal to minus F into dr. Now by definition of electric potential difference, it is measured by the ratio of work done divided by the charge. The potential difference between these two surfaces dV dw upon q, but dw is minus F dr divided by q, minus F upon q into dr. Here F upon Q, according to definition of the electric field, that is measured by force divided by charge, is equal to E. Therefore, F upon Q instead of F upon Q, you write down minus E dr. Now E is equal to minus dV upon dr. This is the electric field. It is the potential difference. It is the relation between electric field and the potential. Now, the ratio of the difference between the potential of the two surfaces and the perpendicular distance between the two surfaces. Now this is known as potential gradient. What you say? Potential gradient. It is a potential gradient. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, potential gradient ಅಂತೀವಿ. minus dV by dr, it is said to be negative potential gradient. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, negative potential gradient ಅಂತೀವಿ. Now what do you say this one here? The electric field at a point is equal to negative potential gradient for in the required direction. Electric field is equal to negative potential gradient. But previous chapter, what is the SI unit of this one? Newton per coulomb. What is its equivalent unit? Volt per meter. Now it is clarify this unit here. Potential difference is volt. Distance is meter. Volt per meter. Then volt per meter is the equivalent of Newton per coulomb. Or Newton per coulomb is the equivalent unit of what you say volt per meter. This is a very important relation between the electric field and the electric potential. Thank you. This is very important derivation. You practice in your home. Now you follow the video clips and you try to answer the given assignment questions. Okay, don't waste the time, and you follow the video clips step by step. Then only you understand each and every point. Okay, thank you.